We got elephants in the clouds this morning. There comes the Numzan of the beach, waving away, happy. Wonder how many boats today. I'll tell you what, that ramp is now terrible once again. The boats are struggling to get through there because it's a very strange angle. As you look at the video, on the left hand side, it's dug away a lot more than the right, and therefore the tractor and the boat comes through at an angle. You might be able to even see it. As that boat comes through. Looks like he even might have got stuck. Low range, there we go. Barend just doing a safety briefing, obviously with the little ones on board. Even more, obviously the parents will have to help, but the sea is so flat today, but I'm sure it'll be exciting for them. Look at that, there's hardly a wave out there. Thank you, Wiseman. Absolutely perfect day to take out kids. Riding your bike, you never know what you're going to find. How's this little crocodile crossing the road? Riding along the boardwalk. Look what I found. A monster leguan. It's not crocodiles, it's leguans. Just sunning himself. Nice. Hi there, everybody. So we have a spring low, and this was a second mouth, inverted commas. You can see now all it is a channel, and there's actually no flow whatsoever, just like we predicted. Seems like a little cove or a little bay now. You can see the wall in the front there. So I'm going to ride around. I'm just going to film as I go. The wind is not howling, but it is blowing. So hopefully you'll be able to hear as I go. You can see this new dune forming here. There are the big dunes at the back. But it's quite interesting, the formation here. It's like a big S-bend. That's the area there where the water normally goes over on a big spring tide, strong spring tide. And we always talk about the maybe formation of a new mouth. And the flapping you hear is my shirt. You can see the debris lying here. There's our marker up there. There's a bit of a channel as I get closer, so obviously things change. But you can basically say this section here is closed. So as we predicted. Yeah, there's remains of that jetty, we think. You can see here still how the water going over the top. I'm sure on the spring high it still goes over, even although it hasn't got the sea hasn't got a lot of energy at the moment, but I'm sure it still goes over. I'll just stop here. How this massive little island has been formed here, and I'm sure this will grow, and these poles will disappear eventually as the sand gets pushed up and closes us all up again. Sands of time always shifting, hey? Let's go closer and let's see what's going on in the front there. Oh, hang on, before I get there. Looks like again we've got another formation of two mouths. So there's the southern one, and then here's the other one down here. Main one, which I believe will happen the same way. This one will also on the left hand side, or the northern side will close, and it'll push through and it'll become one again over there. Always nice to come down on the low tide, because obviously then you can see all of this, because on a high the water's rushing over the top and you can't see these formations. And the clay banks still being broken away. You can see all the cracks and stuff there as it keeps breaking away. And I'm still convinced that underneath all of this is all beach sand, this stuff here, and that's why it's breaking away like this. If I zoom in there, you can see how the old reeds, those white things, colored things there. That's the old reeds that were growing out of the clay that has now died, obviously. And again, you can see these big chunks of clay lying all over the place. There's a piece there, there's another few pieces there, and it's so good to see. And I don't think this clay bank is as deep as a lot of people think, as I've mentioned in my previous videos. But again, folks, I'm no scientist, so I'm not going to argue with anybody, and I don't want to create an argument. I'm not going to entertain it either. But here you can see there's a chunk of clay here with those dead pieces of reed hanging from it. So and as I scan around, you can see there's plenty of it, all lying all over the place. Big chunks of clay everywhere. Fantastic to see. But yeah, this dune, this eastern dune, has definitely been corroded away. And again, we go to that piece of driftwood over there, and you can see how close everything is, the water line to that now. Using this marker as well, you can see how the water line is now above that. And again, as the sand is shifted, so more and more clay gets exposed, and I'm sure it'll be eaten, corroded away, eroded away. Get tongue-tied saying to somebody else the other day, when you just, no, it's so easy when you're standing here trying to tell a story and you just can't remember the word. But it's definitely having an effect on the clay, because remember, if I zoom across to the other bank there, that's where the water line used to be, and that clay is gone. So as this system just keeps eroding it and eroding it away, it's going to get better and better. Obviously the problem is it's not going to erode away in the lake system, but here at the mouth area, it's pretty good. I see a chap striking there with his rod. Maybe you've got a pool there. I'm going to go across and see what is going on. Once again, you can just see all the clay lying here, just coming across to the western side. Sanborn about your pila. See all the water there. You can see how these reeds have been flattened. Now the water, and they need a lot more. We need those big seas, and unfortunately they're gone now. The sea is really small at the moment, even though it's a spring. But I'm sure in the spring tide it will be pushing, because the bank is a lot lower. And I'm just riding across so you guys can see what it looks like, the clay banks at the back there. But I'm sure that the clay has also created opportunity for prawn and other things to live in, so it might not all be a bad thing. You can see how the water line comes here. Our watermark, obviously as it recedes, so it goes down. All the chaps fishing here, all subsistence fishermen. If I zoom across, you can see the color line that we always talk about. Not bad at all, folks, not bad at all. Interesting. Look how flat all these reeds are. Riding over it so you can all see.